message is, how stupid the take is. They care about the person that's saying it. Think about Derek Jackson.
Or Hassan Piker.
Yeah. Or some of the dating coaches, some of these dating and relationship coaches in both the feminist and red pill spaces. It's like if you create, like, I've thought about making a Venn diagram and creating like a cross correlation to all of these things. So with people that follow Jeanty, they're usually a feminist, pro-black, indigenous, LGBT, some type of marginalized, or they're on the or special needs spectrum. There might be a little autistic, Asperger's, something like that. Jeanty has me blocked, by the way, Todd. He's actually blocked me on this.
He's blocked me too.
He's blocked me on my, and I hadn't made any, and all I did was just leave comments. I left comments towards the people that were defending him on your page, and he blocked me on this one.
You can't handle that shit.
No, like, dude, like, again, and you know what him and Aunt Karen like to do? Whenever the money starts to run dry, they always find themselves in some type of controversy. So he tried to create controversy with Keith Lee again. And as of recently, when he said that his daughter was bullied at school, it's like, wait a minute, why would you come to TikTok talking about a school, something that the school and the staff is handling?
It's this old content, and when people said,
hey, so this just to
what up, Todd? You good?
Yeah, you were saying something, bro? I think his signal is bad.
Jojotef's afraid to debate me. Get your dumb ass out of my life.
Sorry, my shit is glitching. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I got nothing to talk to you about.
Like with Patrick, he complains about people stooping low, but he stooped low. He's even called Todd a PDF without no proof or anything like that. So you got to take into consideration that, like, anything goes as long as he gets the engagement. Like, again, he tried to go at Keith Lee, even though Keith Lee is more.
Why? That nigga eats sandwiches. That's it.
That's the problem, though. All Keith Lee does is eat food and talk about it. Jeanty has to start a fight. Jeanty has to piss people off. Jeanty has to talk about people. Jeanty has to make threats. Jeanty has to argue with people day in and day out.
Violence under federal government. That's crazy.
Keith Lee don't have to be political. And there's a thing, like, maybe there is Keith Lee makes you think that maybe there is a God. Maybe God is real with people like Keith Lee, because Keith Lee was similar to Patrick. He didn't know what he was gonna do after he was done fighting.
He went out the Demon Slayer path.
He didn't know what he was gonna do after fighting. He was just, his wife was pregnant. They were struggling. And, TikTok blew up for him. With Jeanty, it blew up for him too, but it blew up for him in the worst way possible, to where, you know what? When TikTok is said and done with, Jeanty ain't going to have a place to go. Keith Lee does. Keith Lee's been invited to BET Awards next to Taraji P. Henson, and that's what bothers people like Patrick Jeanty.
Yeah, they think he's like King Africa or whatever. He's a bad person. He really is. He's always instigating violence, and that's one thing. That's one of my primary reason why I called him out back in July. That's why I said, this is what you do, you're a race hustler. And come around.
Hey, not even that. He gets into an altercation, he finds himself in a situation, and next thing you know, he needs a donation. That's a rhyme.
Anyway, how's it going? Yo, not even real, I'm not going to hold you. You keep Tinkai. Bro, I was shook last night. When he said my daughter's name, I said, hold up. You got it. Yo, I'm going to close my account, my Instagram, all that. But then I thought about it. He's not doing somebody else that's eloquent, and then a tragedy is going to ensue. So I did what I did. I phoned the cops. Like,
you know what's funny, though? He only does this to people. Like, if you were muscle bound and you were a pew pew collector, if you looked your camera dead in the eye, like, bring it on, he would block you. He would, or he's already blocked you. But he only says this. He never says this to people on that I wish a mother would. With me and him, it's like, I wish you would try me. So that's why he blocks me.
Yeah, but that's the thing, brother. And are you also black?
Yeah. Look at my page.
We gotta we gotta deviate from that path of always going to violence because we got way much to live.
It's not about going to violence with people. It's with individuals like him. They have this "it's my way or the highway," and they're willing to resort to violence. You have to show them that you're willing to match that energy.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So it's again. So basically, I'm not threatening him or anything like that. It's like, okay, you threaten to have a woman attacked by a man that thinks that he's a woman. Try that shit with me.
I tagged her too. She hasn't responded yet.
Tina? Yeah, I've tagged Tina.
So I'm just trying.
Tina's. Yeah, but he's been cooked. It's just he's been cooked. He's been shadow banned. He's not getting a lot of views, especially since he posted especially since he expressed his opinions about Charlie Kirk. Like, and he's burned bridges so many times. He's burned bridges with the LGBTQ community. He's really made them out to look bad. He's burned bridges with the black community. Like, I used to be pro-black, but as time went on, I started to veer away from the pro-black because it's like pro-black is pro-liberal. You're basically an attack dog for the liberals. It's like, wait a minute. Now you guys are talking about white allies. Now you guys are putting the women are saying that the men are no longer needed and using black women to attack men. And it's like
free Palestine. What are you doing about the crime in Chicago?
No,
I'm even saying like in Queens, they just shot a little boy.
Yeah, but when you mention that, you're a coon or an Uncle Tom. But but it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing about the community other than begging? Other than begging, like, you know, prostitutes with autism.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a performative activist. He's always been performative. And he said it himself. He wasn't shit before he got on this app. And again, nobody's booking him. Nobody's giving him any bookings. He's literally getting by off of these donations. I don't even think TikTok itself is really paying him.
Yeah. He gets paid for every minute long video, every 1,000 views, you get a stipend. Thanks, Stephanie. So good. Food. You're not. Damn, Todd, you good? I see your wife.
But how long is it going to last for him? I think he just had another kid, so I don't care. I don't care because in my mind, the world is better off without people like him. They're the way, I try not to be a bad person. I know I'm not a perfect person. I don't pretend to be a good person to the point where I think my morals and my beliefs make me morally superior to everybody else. And that's what rubs me the wrong way about people like Jeanty and his mutuals, the other big content creators. It's my beliefs make me morally superior to you, even though there's a flaw, even though there could be a flaw and a contradiction within that, and the scenario can change. And if you point that out, you're even more morally inferior, and I can threaten you. That's the problem with people like Jeanty.
Mm-hmm. And he threatens people that he thinks they don't know better. Like, people don't know my background. I'm never gonna tell them that.
Yeah,
I mean, they know I'm law enforcement, but if you
I got a mutual of mine who's retired law enforcement. He'll call that guy a pig. But it's like, you know what? What if bro got in touch with some police officers, like in the fraternity of police, and they started knocking and kicking down your door? Same people that complain about this regime being like, a fascist regime. It's like, wait a minute. If it was really fascist, especially with who's in the administration right now, if you really wanted to be fascist, why not kick down every left-leaning person's door who's been talking bad about you as a president? Why not kick down the damn door, just round their asses up?
Again, people live in a dictatorship like that. I've been around the world, bro. But you've been in the military. You know how it is.
Yeah.
This is not so bad.
I'm actually about to go back
for everybody else.
I'm a contractor. I'm actually about to leave the country next week again, because I was working overseas when I got on TikTok, and I used to see pieces of shit like Jeanty. I was working in Japan. And then I took another job like a year and some change later in Bahrain.
Yeah, no, contractor work is good.
I mean, yeah, when you find the right contract, when you find the right pay, or if you're just trying to get out of town for a little bit, you know.
Man, let's switch the subject. Let's talk about accomplishments. How many years you did in the Air Force?
I did 5 active duty and then about 7 as an Air National Guard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went reserves. You know, they were like, his fans were like, "Oh, we're gonna contact your commanding officer." I have twists.
Oh yeah, dude. They threatened it like when the first person I ever went after was I Speak 1906. I went after him, and I had pictures of myself in uniform, and people didn't know the difference. They thought I was still in the military. They're like, "We're gonna find his command." I'm like, "Good luck, you stupid fuck."
What's with that shit?
But again, all because I had an opinion. All because I had an opinion about him. He was talking about male privilege and patriarchy, right? And this is when Brittany Renner was talking about gonna go find another baby daddy in college. And I'm like, I don't want to hear shit about male privilege. And I posted a picture of I Speak. And then somebody was, I started posting martial art videos, and they're like, "You could take him." I'm like, I could kick his ass and Conscious Lee's ass at the same time. I said that. And that's what bothered him. It's like, you're bothered by an egotistical opinion about myself and my abilities. Not even the message about you being disingenuous. Talking about male privilege and patriarchy. Like, that's like, they used all of these buzzwords, and that keeps the community divided. That keeps people divided. And it's people that are chronically online that are running with these narratives.
That's the thing. It's like it's really not a left or right issue. It's a dumbassery issue. We're living in idiocracy. There's a lot of people that didn't read that well. The person that's at fault at this for everything is George Bush for the No Child Left Behind program. Because my God, have you had a conversation with people?
Yeah, these people don't know how to have a conversation. And then when you point out something wrong, they still defend people like Jeanty. Like, they'll use a deflection. Like, Jeanty pretends that he's doing well for himself, right? But then he's always broke and begging. Somebody tried to say he lives in a 2-bedroom. We said that he lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, right? And how he's broke and he's a bum. Somebody came online, and I kid you not, I'm going to do an impersonation of how this person actually sounds. "Why y'all keep coming after Jeanty? He lives in a 2-bedroom apartment." And it's like, wait, what does that have to do with everything? Y'all bothering him because he's a good father and he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. Like, that's literally how the person sounds. And I'm like, hey, what crayon did you like to eat in grade school? And this bitch said? She's like, "You can call me slow if you want, but he still lives in a 2-bedroom apartment." Like,
that's crazy, bro. Yeah, DJ Soul Child has me blocked, bro. I can't add him.
What up, B-Bear? Hey, my mutual B-Bear made a video about him at one point when he said that, like, child support took away the funds that he had saved up from his bank account and collected on it.
I'm gonna do a fucking promo right now. If you got any DJ Soul Child information, he threatened you. Send you a picture of your kids. Send you your own address. Send his lackeys towards you. Send me all that information in the DMs.
You do know he got beat up at one point, right?
What's up?
You do know he got beat up at one point, right?
Beat up? By who?
Yeah, by a guy named... Okay, so he talked about this one guy who was like 6'2". He talked about that guy's special needs son, right? And he was threatening to say that he could touch that guy in Philly. Like, you think my hands can't reach Philly? He was at a bus station in Philly, or train station in Philly. The dude caught him lacking in the train station and gave him a black eye. This was like January, February of 2022.
February 2022. My God.
Yeah, he got his ass beat. Yeah. And then he was, and then all of that rah shit he was talking. He's like, never again. He's like, I'm not gonna give my.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he got his ass beat.
Todd said he ripped his locks out.
He had a black eye. I know he had a black eye, and he was like, he was really feeling down. He was like, But one thing I can say about Jeanty, he really knows how to get slow people to spend their money on him. Like there are some slow, bottom of the barrel women who will take what little chump change they have and buy a hotel just to hook up with them. Some of them are actually prostitutes themselves or whatever. But
Yeah,
you
no,
have like,
and we don't.
and there was
I
one
don't
guy.
judge here. Hey,
I don't judge either. It's not about judgment, but the same community that complains about black men objectifying women and only using them for sex and all that other stuff, they're the same ones that'll allow somebody like him. And he goes both ways, right? He goes both ways, right? And my thing is, I haven't seen the videos or whatever, but people have said that he's not using any protection in those videos. And these be the same people that'll say that the STDs are targeting the black community, but it's like, wait a minute, it's women that are choosing dudes like him. A friend of mine went at it with him on a live stream, right? And that friend was like, when I was locked up, there was this guy that was sleeping with the men in prison, and I had to tell the woman that was visiting him that he was allegedly married to.